What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Men's Cave. My name is Chris, and I trust that your day has been great. I want to welcome everybody. It's a great thing to be alive in God's own green earth. And what a way to celebrate another day. Yes. Wherever you're watching me from, I'd like to welcome you. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time seeing me or watching or coming to the channel, my name is Chris, and this is Men Cave, a rendezvous for men. It's a safe haven where we unwind, onboarding, learn, relearn, understand. All right, this is where we talk to ourselves man to man. We look into each other's face and say, "Listen, pay attention." Once again, my job is not to tell you what to do, but your job is to think about what I tell you. Think about it. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? This is a judgment free zone. We're not here to judge nobody. At the same time, I do not support men who bend over or men who do on a down low. Men who bend over and men who do on a down low or do themselves on a down low. I do not support men who hide in a closet in terms of their identity. My name is Chris. Let's dive in. A few weeks ago, we have been greeted by different news hitting us. And somebody will say, didn't we tell you that it's a man's world? They get to do what they like, how they like, whichever way things go. And it has made it difficult for us to support ourselves. Why do I say this? You know, men tend to get away with a lot of stuff. And before I go further, I want to thank all my Facebook supporters. Like, share, and turn on the notification button so that every time I come online, you'll be the first person to know. My job here tonight or this evening, whatever you're watching me, is very simple. Our responsibility is if there's a wrong done, we'll call out the wrong, but the personality involved is set aside. If a wrong has been done, a wrong has been done. We call out the wrong, and for the purpose of moving forward and becoming better, if situations were turned around, what could the person do better? How can we be better? Today, men have become dangerous. I mean, the men have become endangered species. I'm telling you, as men, we have become endangered species. In the ratio of men to women, women are more. As a matter of fact, we need to look out for ourselves, apart from the fact that there are not enough men to cater to women. The men that are available, you see some of them having identity crisis. And I'm telling you, identity crisis where their orientation is in the closet, and some of them are bending over, and some of them are going on a down low. So we are an endangered species, whether you like it or not. Our responsibility here on this platform is to stand up for ourselves, to be better, to call out any shenanigan or any man that sends a negative signal out there. Today, we're going to be talking about a man who has got everything going on for himself. And whether you want to call it out of sheer exuberance, the need to do what he did just because he could, or whatever you want to consider it, decided that, look, I'm going to do what I want to do regardless. And we're talking about none other than a man whose explicit video went viral. We're talking about over 400 explicit videos. And this has been a cause for concern because there are kids on social media. There are kids on social media. People are confused. The videos of Bertelza from Equatorial Guinea is the biggest embarrassment by a man. I know the women folks are there. The women are equally as embarrassed because we're talking about a little over 30 women or more. Because from what I have read and the pictures I have seen, this is so embarrassing even to discuss, to have as a discussion. So people are having it on a hush-hush because if you have to discuss it, and to the extent for which you discuss it, it goes to show something that you have watched the video and it speaks to your integrity, it speaks to your moral. If it is found out that you have watched the videos, I mean, these videos are everywhere. And I will not lie to you. I've seen a clip or two, and it is an embarrassment to adulthood. These videos are an embarrassment to us as adults. There's nothing adulthood about us. If a man can do this with his different arrays of women, if a man can do this with different arrays of women, I tell you, there's nothing special about adulthood. That is busy right now. There's nothing. As I'm on this live right now, live video, I'm on Facebook. My Facebook fans, kindly like, share, and turn on notification button. Like, and share. This is a men's rendezvous, aka Men's Cave, aka Brother's Keeper. And on behalf of all men and women alike who do not support the antisocial behavior of a brother in Equatorial Guinea, I want to tender an unreserved apology for how Bethesda has made a full embarrassment of the men folk and destroyed what it means to be an adult with his explicit videos flying all over the place. But you see, whether you like it or not, I want to cut Bethesda some slack here because Bethesda himself did not put those videos out. No, he did not. Those videos leaked due to the process of investigation on him on financial crimes, as it was alleged. But you see, there are just some things that should not be documented. And this is where I have a problem with Bethesda and his partners. I will not hold any ill feeling against him by my own religious standards. No. But by moral standard, it is wrong on all fronts. But my own religious standard, it will not be fair. My own religious standards are mine to uphold. It is not for me to use my own religious standard and beliefs, my faith, against another person because I do not know the standard of their religious faith and belief. It will be termed discrimination, and this platform is a no judgment-free zone. My job here is not to castigate anybody based on my own religious standards, and that is not what my faith believes. My faith offers an open arm to welcome anyone. However, we know that in the process of practice of the faith, we know that your life will not remain the same. Because by and large, as you commit to faith, you open your heart. But faith is not what I'm talking about here. Because I know I have mixed audience paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm talking about based on moral standards and the consequences that comes with a behavior like this. That there are things that should not be recorded. That there are acts that should be kept secret. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying, neither am I encouraging. No, I will not do that. I will not encourage this act of adultery, and I will not encourage this act of lack of hygiene or protection lack of protection. I will not encourage that, and I'm not here to encourage that. I'm not here to encourage adultery because it's been alleged that this guy has 6 children with a woman he's married to. And for some reasons, he finds the need to keep an array of partners. And in their fun, they decide that it was a good idea to do a recording of their acts, despite the fact that a couple of those partners are married as well to different husbands. And he also married to a woman who has given him 6 kids. This is an abuse of manhood. It's an abuse of husbandhood, if there's anything like that. It's an abuse of adulthood, of course. It's a shame on adulthood, and it's condemnable. What happened is condemnable. I'm telling you, it is condemnable. It's a shame. It is something that should not happen at all. It's something that should not happen at all. It's something that should not happen at all. Bethesda Ebanga is a high-ranking Equatorial Guinea official. I'm telling you, it has been fired over this video showing him having sexual intercourse with women. And this thing has gone viral on social media. Why are we talking about it? Number 1, he's a man. Number 2, he's a husband. Number 3, he's a high-ranking officer. He's at the top of his career. Number 4, he has 6 children. And he's said to be in his 50s. And this is not acceptable. And all of these explicit videos are about 400 explicit videos that are going viral on social media. How do you explain this to the children? And the children of nowadays they are on social media, they are active. They are like sponge right now. They take in everything. And the video of Bethesda has not stopped trending. What do you do? How do you explain to young children about this despicable antisocial behavior of an adult or supposed adult who is in his 50s, how do you explain it? How do you explain to adults? How do you explain to children that whatever it is that they saw should be unseen? Should be unseen. How? How? This is why in our last video, I said success is not enough. We need to get our acts together. Success is not enough. This is another successful man. A banger is another successful man. He's a senior ranking officer in his country. A senior ranking, high ranking officer. That means he's doing well. He's married. He got family. Success is not enough. We need to get our acts together as men. What are the lessons? Manage. We need to manage ourselves. We need to separate ourselves from behaviors like this. Once upon a time, you were younger. When you begin to rise in your career or business, when you are married, when you have kids, there are things that there are dead weights that should naturally begin to fall off of you. There are dead weights such as antisocial behaviors. I'm not preaching religion here. He's being tagged as the Diddy of Africa right now because those videos will not stop trending. When you think you have seen one, the another one pops up. And they're talking about 400 videos. Again, what are the lessons? Get your acts together. Get your acts. We need to get our acts together, guys. We need to be better. If you are involved in multiple partners, I'm not your mother, I'm not your father. I do not have the right to advise you. I'm not a certified counselor. But I will encourage you. My job is not to tell you what to do. You're an adult. A banger is an adult. He knows better. He should have abstained. He is married. So the question is pointing back to us as adults, as men. Even if you are so endowed, even if you are so handsome and attractive, we need to think. We need to think about our integrity. We need to think about the damage this can cause to our lives, our career, our business, our families. Now, the internet never forgets. No matter how much you pay to wipe those videos off of the internet, it has been saved by different individuals. It's been saved. And it will keep popping up. No matter how large or how big a person becomes tomorrow, it becomes inconsequential. Having these videos gone out, there's a lot of damage. What about the children? How they'll be viewed, how they are perceived in their schools 10, 15, 20 years from now, how they are referenced. It can go on. So as men, we need to get our acts together. There are some things that should not go with us. As we mature, as we become more responsible, we need to act more responsible. We need to go above and beyond. We need to be better, better managers of our affairs. If you're married, stay married. Do your best. The need to sow your wild oats have consequences. And it's a very dangerous and slippery slope as a young person. I'm talking about young people right now. Manage your exuberance. The inability for young people to manage their exuberance when they are younger brings about very heavy consequences. Party after party, girls after girls, rolling over multiple partners. It has its consequences, guys. Having unprotected intercourse, it has its consequences. And so this is a red flag and also a warning sign for us as men. He has made his mistakes, and we believe he has learned. They're talking about several women here, as we have read about 400 tapes. Our responsibility is not to, yes, we chastise him, but when we come into the cave, when we come into our rendezvous, we talk to ourselves. There's an adage that says when a group of men go inside and talk and come back laughing at each other, they didn't learn nothing. They didn't tell each other the truth. But when they go in and they have serious talks and come back with, long faces, you know that they've told each other the truth. And this is what we're doing here. My job on this platform is not to entertain you. My job here is for us to dissect everyday happenings as it relates to men. And we who want to be better people in our community, in our society, learn from the mistakes, learn from the progress, learn from the circumstances and the challenges, and become better. And do not repeat errors. And that is what this platform is all about. He has made his mistakes. Our job is to think back. We ask ourselves the question, are we towing the same line like he is towing? Are you also about to go into that ditch that he has fallen into? This is a good time to hit the reverse button. This is a good time to beat a retreat. Are you having multiple sex partners? Are you having multiple sex partners with unprotected sex? This is a time to hit a retreat before you catch something, before you infect your family with something. And this is not about self-righteousness. Somebody just has to say it. Somebody has to say it. Somebody has to ring the alarm bell. Somebody has to scream it at the rooftop that these behaviors do not make us better people in the society. Now, to the women, I bet you those who are married, because I read and understood that some of the people he engaged with are married women. Their husbands will have to run DNA tests on their children, on all the children, to ascertain the owners, whether he is the owner, whether what a mess. And these are the things that we need to be careful about. We need to stay away from behaviors like this to become better. The society doesn't accept behaviors like this. Do not agree with behaviors like this. And that is why we are standing at the rooftop to call it out. Let us continue this conversation on the comments. Shoot me a mail, like, share, turn on the notification button. Until we meet again on another rendezvous, let us be better people. Shoot me a mail. Turn on the notification button so that we can continue to be better people in our society. Have a fabulous day. Remember, my job is not to tell you what to do. Your job is to think about what I tell you, ruminate over it, and make informed decisions for yourself, your family, and your community. My name is Chris. Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of the day. Bye for now. Bye for now.